Hi there, and welcome back to Stubbs Aquatics. It's finally the day that we can reveal the pond. It's been a long process, but it's been, for the most part, a pretty enjoyable process. Had a lot of help from some great family and friends. I'd especially like to thank Jim, Brendan, Darren, Nick, and of course, my great family, being Sandra, Carning, Chase. You were all a great help, and I couldn't have done this without you. So, other than me rambling on, let's get to the subject at hand. Now, if this is your first time watching, what I had to do is replace a liner that was 25 years old, and in doing so, had to remove all the rocks, all the plants, and all the fish. We were able to do that pretty quickly in the first week. After that, the dig started, and we got down to our max depth, that being what we set out to, that being 6 feet deep. I was pretty happy that we hit that. After completing the dig, we had to do a lot of fine tuning, getting a lot of the stone and rock out, putting some old underlay down, and then, of course, putting the new liner in, which was, well, it was no easy task, that's for sure. Well, rather than me talking about it, let's get to see what we've done.
Are you digging, Jackson?
Of course, I can't forget to thank great help from my grandsons, Jackson and Walker, along with their mom, Chantel. Now, I've been holding off on the reveal. Ran into a bit of a new pond syndrome. Even though it cycled the water through the holding ponds or the existing ponds, I still ended up with some green water. It's slowly dissipating. I don't use UVs, so I allow the plants to do their work. So forgive me, you're going to see a bit of green water. And of course, ran into a couple storms that put a lot of leaves in the pond. So without further ado, welcome to the new Stubbs Aquatics koi pond, that being Lake Karcha. And bonus marks for anyone who knows where the name Lake Karcha came from. I'll be doing very little narration throughout this video. I'm going to let the sights and sounds do most of the talking for me. So sit back, relax, and take it all in. This new garden is where most of the clay ended up. We put a little bit of soil down and some perennials that love shade. It's going to take a while for this garden to get going, but we have time. We were able to put a lot of perennials that love shade in this area. This is one of two of my bog gardens. They'll act as a natural filter for me. I changed around one of the streams this year. Let me know what you think. It's not as quite of a heavy flow, but going into the circular round pond that'll eventually flow into the large rebuild pond. That stream is fed through a large Laguna filter falls. I thought it'd be cool to add some natural moss, lichens, and ground cover in this area. What a change to the split waterfalls. We added a raised bog garden here to facilitate a bit of a waterfalls, well, our actual waterfalls, and more of a bog garden up here as well, just to help with the filtration. Believe it or not, I actually enjoyed adding all these rocks together. This is something that I truly do enjoy, and it's a bit of my, I guess, artistic side. Our water is still somewhat green, but it's really improving, and the fish certainly don't mind. It's not harming them at all, and once the plants get going, it will clear up. I decided to make the upper pond a full-size pond, basically. These are all 2 years or less, and will grow great, and they won't have to compete with the large guys for the food. This is my filtration area. Still have to add to it yet, but you can see that I've got my easy pod there. Got a giant skimmer, which has a net and lots of scrubbing pads and 2 large pumps that do both my filter falls and my easy pod. Well, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please stay tuned for upcoming updates on the pond, as it's going to be still changing yet and hopefully getting a lot clearer. I fully intend on adding some more filtration, whether it's this year or the beginning of next. But you got to take every step at a time. There's a lot more water volume than there was before, especially after we removed some shelves and went, well, almost 2.5 feet deeper in one section. Man, I'm happy about that. Speaking of happy, I'm getting that much closer to that 2,000 subscriber goal. Almost at 1,800. And with any luck, by the end of the month, I will be. I want to thank everyone for their support. It meant a lot. No, thanks again for watching. I'll see you again real soon. Bye for now. And yes, of course, Marta, you can be in the video. Spoiled dog.